Questions? No, I saw the
Brown jacket right there.
Yeah, you said that they were like, basically, everyday people, right? So when you were writing and stuff, were you trying to go for like a theme, like underlying theme about society, or just,
I mean, to me, it's more about the individual character journey of these two guys than it is about necessarily making a greater point about social ills. That's a great question, and I hadn't thought about it much past thinking about exactly what the journey I want to take these two people on. And I think it's something that we'll probably get into more if we go past 6 on Berserker.
Yeah, as a guy who read it and was looking at it, I mean, to be honest, and I don't mean to get all weird, but it was like, to me, it's the unrestrained id. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really kind of how I saw it, and that's how I thought it was really cool. And one of the key things when we look at a property is we have to want to be the character, and a character who just runs around killing everybody, you got to do something to make them interesting and compelling. And so there's a moral heart and a center to it, which attracted me to the project. The other thing is, it's got to be a compelling story, and for us, it has to be something it's more oriented for adults, which they're talking about. It sort of fits into sort of our universe and our line. But no, I really like it. I think it really is. It's kind of one of those things. Is what would happen if you kind of lost it? We all lose it. We get mad at whoever, and you may hit the wall. Hopefully, you don't hit your spouse. But if you lose it and you really lose it, what would happen if you were, you had ultimate power? Instead of you smacking the wall, you knocked 3 people through the wall.
And actually, I think that was that just reminded me of the conversation knocking people through the wall, right? So, in one of the issues, Rick wanted to knock somebody through
a wall, and Russ and I, we all sat around talking. And it's like, well,
what kind of wall is it?
Yeah, I mean, is it a wall like that? If it's a block wall, which this one takes place in the police precinct, well, they're not really going to go into the wall. They're just going to flatten out and maybe dent it and maybe stay in the wall, and part of the leg goes through, but part of the body stays on this side.
So just to give you an idea how sick we are and how much we're thinking about, well, what would realistically happen.
And then they make me draw all this shit.
But before that, we hire interns, and we catapult them into, and then we catapult them into kind of like softy walls.
So much summer applications available now, right? You, sir, right back there.
Now that we talked about knocking people through walls, when you envision going through that wall and designing the project? Oh my God.
Okay, so the question is, knocking people through walls, who are you envisioning zerking out against?
Mine and Russ's assistant, Lucy. She does. She possibly goes through a wall, right?
Who else do you picture?
I think some things you just need to keep. But look at Rick, right? That guy right there is the very first person I ever signed a book for. Just wants to
All right.
50 cents.
Right here, black shirt.
What would you say to mainstream media that would consider a book like this nothing more than a portrait? But obviously it's not.
Not more than what?
Actually,
ultra violence,
I read a ton of scripts. I mean, a ridiculous amount of comic scripts every year. And while it's violent and everything like that, one thing that I was really, really surprised by and I loved was the fact that Rick wrote a real human